The following video contains tooltip and other imagery that is not final. Tooltip information contains potencies that are not final, and basically any development footage used, including screenshots, is subject to change with the release of Endwalker in November. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video looking at Samurai changes then, continuing our look at job changes in Endwalker. Samurai then, using the job action trailer footage here, was a pretty sort of substandard sort of appearance in the job action trailer. I think you'll agree it was fairly like, well, that's Samurai, basically. Not much has really ultimately changed, and whilst many people might go, oh, well, where's all of the flashy new skills? I think, honestly, it didn't necessarily need them. Samurai is in a really good place in the current Shadowbringers sort of point of view. So it was a natural evolution to be expected, and a natural evolution is kind of, well, what we got. So let's look then at the tooltip changes, those new spells, what they do, and all that gubbins. So first of all, then, I must say that most of the spells now are up to that 2.46 second recast timer. If I don't read it out, there's either no change at all to that ability, or that's the only change, the recast timer. All potencies then, as I said at the start of the video, albeit read out in this video, should be taken with a pinch of salt, and it must be said the final version may or may not be reflective of those numbers or even any of these abilities. So on to those changes then, with that disclaimer out of the way. Hakaze, the only change to this then is 150 potency down from 200. Jinpu's combo with Hakaze has a potency reduction to 250 from the previous 320. This now grants Fugetsu and still gives 5 Kenki. Third Eye is mostly the same, but the additional effect says that it increases your Kenki gauge by 10 when hit. This used to grant Eyes Open. Enpai remains the same, although the enhanced Enpai bonus potency is down from 320 previously to 300 now. Shifu is the same basically, but the combo potency with Hakaze is down from 320 to 250. That's down 100 potency. Gecko saw potency changes to the combo with Jinpu from 480 to 370. Mangetsu's combo with Fuga has gone from 160 potency only to 110, and now actually grants Fugetsu, which actually increases the damage dealt by 13% for 40 seconds, which has changed from extending your Jinpu then. This also increases your Genki gauge by 10 and also grants Getsu. Kasha saw a combo potency change with Shifu down from 480 to 370. Pretty much the rest of it remains the same. Oka has changed. Its combo potency with Fuga is down to 110 from 160 previously. This also now grants Fuka, which reduced the weapon skill cast time, recast time, spell cast time, and recast time, as well as auto attack delay by 13% for 40 seconds. It also still grants Ka and increases 10 Kenki. Yukikaze's combo with Hakaze saw a potency change from 360 to 280, quite a significant nerf there. Hisatsu Shinten had a potency reduction to 270 from 320. Hisatsu Kyuten's potency is now 120 from 150. Tsubame Geishi now has 2 charges rather than a recast timer. This charge is every 60 seconds, which is really nice. I do like the addition of charge abilities rather than recast. Gives you more freedom. Shoha's potency is up to 580, which is a buff from the original 400 potency. It still needs the 3 stacks of ability, however, but those now include Ayajutsu, Meditate, and Ogi Namakiri, which is the new ability. This shares a recast timer with the new Shoha 2 ability. And speaking of Shoha 2 then, the new rank up, this is available at level 82. This delivers an attack with a potency of 200 to all of the nearby enemies. This can only be executed with 3 stacks of Ayajutsu, Meditate, or Ogi Namakiri. Hyosetsu is a new spell available at level 86. This is a 100 potency AoE. This combos with Fuga with a potency of 120. It grants your Kenki gauge 10 and also gives you Setsu. Your level 90 ability then is Ogi Namakiri that we mentioned before, the new spell. This delivers an attack with basically an AoE to all enemies in a cone before you, with a potency of 800 for the first then, and 75% less damage for the remaining enemies on screen. This also grants you a stack of meditation, up to obviously a maximum of 3 stacks. This can only be executed while under the effect of Ogi Namakiri Ready, which is a buff that we'll talk about in the trait section, and this also changes to Keishi Namakiri upon execution. Hinganbana then, back to these combo potencies, has a potency reduction from 250 to 200. Also, the potency of that dot is also down from 40 to 30 potency now. Mid-air Setsuga is now potency 660, which is down from 800, which is quite a significant nerf, in my opinion, potency-wise, but it's all to bring it in line with the other melee, which have also been changed accordingly. Keishi Hinganbana is potency 300, down from 375. Its dot is also now down to 45 from 60 on live servers currently. Keishi Goken is now 420 potency on their AoE, down from 540 on live servers. This now triggers the cooldown of weapon skills upon execution. This cannot be executed, it says, during the cooldown of weapon skills, and it also no longer grants stacks of meditation. And Keishi Setsugeka, this is now potency 990. This used to be a 1200 potency attack. It also does not grant stacks of meditation either. They've basically stripped that away. And finally, at level 90, you get Keishi Namakiri, which we talked about. This delivers an attack with a potency of 1200 for the first enemy and 75% less for remaining enemies. This is rather new, quite interesting, and we'll have to wait and see when we test it more. That's pretty much all of the abilities. You may have noticed then that Merciful Eyes is gone, and so is Hisatsu Saigen. That's been removed from the game. Those will be grayed out on your bars when you log in during Endwalker. So let's move on to the traits then, just for a second. There's a few. Empowered Jinpu and Shifu has been renamed to Enhanced Fugetsu and Fuka. This improves Fugetsu's damage increase to 13% and Fuka's reduction to weapon skill, cast time, recast time, and auto attack delay by 13%. And then we've got 3 brand new traits. We've got Enhanced Tsubame Geishi. This allows for the accumulation of charges for consecutive uses of Tsubame Geishi. You actually get a maximum of 2 there, and you get that at level 84. Then we have Enhanced Meiko or Mekio Shisui. This allows for the accumulation of 2 stacks of Meiko Shisui. This is available at level 88. And finally, Enhanced Iki Shoten. This grants Ogi Namakiri upon, Ready, Ogi Namakiri Ready, which is the buff, upon landing successful Iki Shoten for 30 seconds. That's your level 90 trait. I do apologize, my pronunciation of Japanese terms of samurai abilities is not going to be very good. I'm sorry, I'm a bit crap when it comes to that. All in all then, across the board, minor changes, but significant changes all the same to the pacing of the job, the reduction of meditation stacks on things, the removal of a couple of abilities. I quite liked the charge change with Tsubame Geishi, personally. I thought that was quite a helpful change to allow for much more freedom when you might want to use that. But for the most part, it does feel like a natural evolution of Samurai and less of a knee-jerk list of changes that may have happened to other jobs. Samurai will be very simple for people to play who already play it, very familiar and comfortable. You should fit straight into this with very few changes and some new flashy abilities at least, but not as many as many of the other jobs, admittedly. Anyhow, let me know what you think below. Remember, numbers are not final. Try not to dwell on potencies too much. They could change and probably will. Thank you kindly for watching this video. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.